hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our lesson on prefixes and suffixes, grade 3. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts. Grade 3. And then we're going to focus on the we're going to the chapter of prefixes and suffixes. All right. So our chapter is prefixes and suffixes. Our subject is English Language Arts, grade 3. And in the lessons that we are going to be focusing on is to identify base words, prefixes and suffixes, to determine the meaning of the words pre, re, or miss, and then also to use the prefix which is pre, re, or miss. To use the prefixes which is pre, re, and miss. So that is going to be our lessons for today under our chapter of prefixes and suffixes, right? All right, so now we're going to start. So a prefix, right? Or before we go on to what prefixes are, with prefixes, right, we have base words, and then we have a prefix, and then we have a suffix, right? So you have a base word, and then you have a prefix and a suffix. So the base word is the word or are words that can be combined with a prefix as well as a suffix, right? And also when it comes to base words, another word for base word are root words, right? So when it comes to base words, they can also be used on their own. So base words can also be used on their own, right? So as much as these words can be combined with both prefix as well as a suffix, right? But base words, they can also be used on their own. If we look at the if we look at the example, right? Let's look at unhelpful, right? So the word unhelpful. So here we have the word unhelpful. The base word, remember we said that the base word is a word that can stand on its own, right? So if you look at the word unhelpful, if we were to break up this word, right, then we would have we would have help, and we would have full, right? So which means that help is our base word. I'm gonna make a, this is our base word. That is the word that can stand on its own. Then the word that's going to be added in front of the base word is an, right? And that is a prefix. So an is a prefix. And prefixes are words that you add before a base word. And then we also have the word full, right? And full is our suffix, and suffixes are words that you add at the end of a base word, right? So if we then combine all three, right, then we will even get a word like unhelpful. And if you were to break up these words, right, help has its own meaning, full has its own meaning, un has its own meaning, and once you put everything together, unhelpful has its own meaning, right? So once again, we said prefixes we add before a base word, suffixes we add after a base word or at the end of the base word, right? And if we combine those words, then it basically changes its meaning, or it has its own meaning. And that is what we're also going to find out when we go on to determining meanings of the prefixes or meanings of the suffixes. All right. So if you look at the word help, right? So if we were to look at the meaning of the word help, because remember, even with the base word, help has its own meaning, right? So as much as help, the base word can stand on its own, the meaning of help is to, it's like you are making it easier for someone, right? Or you're making it possible for someone to do something, you're offering your services to someone, right? And then when you are being helpful, right? So it's offering services to someone, right? That is help. And then when you're being helpful, so like we say, help, it's offering services. It's like you're being nice to someone. And when we say offering services, and it's like say, okay, let me do this for you. Can I do this for you? May I assist you? Right? That is helping. Then helpful, right? Helpful on the other hand means that I am giving help, right? Or I am ready to give help. Just like you being helpful, right? And then if we were to look at the word, if we were to look at the word together, right, which is like unhelpful. And if we look at the this meaning of the word unhelpful, then it means that it's the opposite of offering services. It's the opposite of giving help, right? Because unhelpful means that you are not helpful, right? You're not helpful, you are refusing to help, right? That is what it means when it says unhelpful, right? So it's like, for example, if your parents were to tell you to do dishes at home, right, or to do the chores at home, but now your sibling is doing it alone, right, but you are refusing to do it, or you're not assisting where needed, then we can say that you are being unhelpful, right? You are not helping, or you're not being helpful at all. You're not assisting your friends, you're not assisting people wherever, you're not assisting your parents, you're not assisting your siblings, you are not doing group work, or you refuse to do group work at school, at You refuse to play with people or assist people when needed. You are being unhelpful. You don't want to help others. But when you're being helpful, then it means that you are ready to give help. You are being ready to give help. You are giving your help. You're giving your services to someone. You are helping the older people cross the road. You're helping your family. You're helping your siblings, your friend. You're offering to help your teacher with something. That is you being helpful. And then when you help someone, it's the same as you being helpful, but you are offering your service. It's like saying, come, let me help you. Yes, help mom in the kitchen. Help mom to sweep. Help mom by picking up the things from the floor, right? That is you helping, right? So it means that you are offering your services. So once again, before we continue, right, we have base words. We have a base word, and a base word is a word that can stand on its own. For example, like help can stand on its own. Then we have prefixes. Prefixes are words. Let's say, for example, this is our base word, help. Then we have a prefix. Prefixes are words that you add before our base word, and suffixes are words that we add after our base word, right? And the once we add either our prefix to our base word or we add our suffix to the base word or we can add both to the base words, then it basically changes the meanings of these words. All right, so now let's go to aplusstudents.ca. We're going to go over identifying base words, prefixes, and suffixes. We're going to determine the meaning of the words pre, re, or miss. And we're going to use prefixes like pre, re, or miss. So we're going to the first one to identify base words or root words. And we made an example of unhelpful, right? And once again, we said base words are words that can be combined with your prefix as well as your suffix, right? Or you can just combine it with the prefix alone, or you can just combine it with the suffix alone, or base words can just stand on its own, right? It can be used on its own. Once you either add the prefix before the base word, it changes the meaning of the word. Once you add your suffix after the base word, it changes the meaning of the words. Because if you were to look at the prefix or the suffix on its own, the prefix has its own meaning, the suffix also has its own meaning, right? All right. Okay, so now if we were to look at the prefix re, right? If we were to look at the prefix re, which is re comes before a base word, right? Because it is a prefix, right? And re means again, right? So re means again. So this two-letter word re, it means again. So we can say re means again, right? That is what re means. So now, if we were to look at our base word, right? So fold, right? So remember we spoke about helpful and helping. Let's say, for example, mom. So imagine that mom is folding clothes, right? But now you, by accident, maybe bumped the clothes, right, over, or the clothes fell over that mom folded, right? If we were to fold the clothes again, and then we can say we are going to refold it. So now we add the word re, the prefix re, in front of the word fold, and then it means that I'm going to fold it again. So to refold something, it means that you're going to do it again. If you're going to reuse something, it means that you're going to use it again. Beautiful. If you're going to repaint your drawing, you're going to repaint the house, you're going to repaint something, then it means that you're going to paint something again. What are other words that we can use where we can use the prefix re? Yes, reuse is correct because reuse means that I am going to use it again. Use again, right? That is reuse. So well done. Reuse is correct. We said refold. We mentioned repaint. What else? Give me another word that we can use where we can use the word re in front that shows that we are going to do it again. Do something again. Yes, we can reread something. And when we reread something, we're going to read it again. Yes, redo. Once we redo something, we do it again. Beautiful. Yes, we have reread over here. We do it again. We read again. We're going to, usually your teachers will tell you to retry. We're going to retry something again or restart. Yes, beautiful. We can restart. Restart your activity, restart your laptop, restart your phone, restart something again. Beautiful. Recook, rewrite. Yes, well done. Rewrite. Beautiful. We're going to recook the food that burnt. So that is but a few examples where we use the prefix re, right? And re means again. Yes, we're going to remake our sub or our object that broke, right? So well done, well done. So re means again, right? Re means again. Then here we have it says what is the prefix premix, right? Remember we said that our prefix we add in front of our base word or before our base word, and the suffix we add after our base word. So if you look at this word premix, right? Premix. What is the prefix that you can identify in that sentence, and what is the word that can stand on its own like the base word? So if we need to identify the prefix within that sentence, the word that you add in front or before of a base word, before a base word. All right, so our prefix, yes, our prefix is pre, right? Pre, that is our prefix, right? And the base word, what is the base word in that word that can stand on its own? So our prefix is pre. Now, what is the base word? What is the base word in that word? We need to identify the base word over there. Yes, our base word is a word that can stand on its own, and mix is our base word. Well done. So pre is our suffix, our prefix that we added before our base word, and our base word is mix. So well done. All right. the suffix in the word loudness. The suffix in the word loudness. Remember, a suffix is a word that we add after a base word. What is the suffix in the word loudness? All right, so if we were to say what our suffix is, then yes, well done, our suffix is ness, right? So ness is our suffix. And what is our base word? What is our base word within that sentence? The base word, the word that can stand on its own. All right, and our base word we can say is loud, right? So loud is our base word, and our suffix is ness. And if we were to add those two together, then it's loudness. All right, let's go to our test, where we're going to identify base words, prefixes, and suffixes. All right, so what is the suffix in boneless? What is the suffix in boneless? Is it less or is it bone? The suffix in boneless. Is it less or is it bone? All right, so our suffix, if we were to identify our suffix, right, then yes, we will go with option one, which is less. Less or less. Well done, right? What is the prefix? The prefix in redraw. Redraw. The prefix, is it to draw something, draw, or is it re? The prefix. So the prefix, is it draw, which is option one, or re, which is option two? The prefix. All right, so our prefix is re, which is option 2. Well done. All right, what is the base word? The base word in the word refold. The base word, the word that can stand on its own in refold. Is it option 1, which is re, or option 2, which is fold? So the base word. All right. And if we were to identify our base word within that sentence, that word, sorry, and then yes, we will go with option 2, which is fold. So well done. Fold is correct. Right. Let's do the last two. This one and the next one. What is the suffix in calmly? The suffix in calmly. Is it option 1, which is ly, or option 2, which is calm? The suffix in calmly. All right. And if we were to identify our suffix, right, then we would say it's option 1, which is ly, right? So well done. All right, let's do the last one, and then we're going on to the next lesson. What is the base word? The base word, the word that can stand on its own in misnamed. Misnamed. Is it miss or is it named? Misnamed. All right. So if we were to identify our base word within that sentence, which is misnamed, and then yes, we're going to go with option 2, which is named. Well done. So named is our base word. Well done. All right. So now we're going on to the next lesson, which is to determine the meaning of the word, of a word, which is pre, re, or miss. All right. Okay. So when it comes to prefixes, right, we said prefixes are, we said that prefixes are words that we add before a base word. And then we have suffixes, which is words that we add after base word. So now it says we need to determine the meaning of the prefix. It's actually prefixes, which is pre, re, or miss, right? We said that re means again, right? So re means again, and then we have pre, right? Pre means before, And then we have the word miss. And miss basically means it's either incorrectly, right? That is what miss means, or it's used incorrectly, right? So it's incorrectly or it's badly. That is what miss means. All right. So now, if we look at the word repack, since the word re means again, what does it mean to repack something? If we were to repack something, right, then it means that we would pack something again because it means that we are repacking something, right? If we were to misjudge someone, right, then it means that you are judging someone incorrectly, you're judging someone badly, or you're judging someone wrongly because he or she did not do that. You understand? And then if we have the word pre, right, for example, pre-mix, it means that you are mixing something before. If it's maybe preheat, then it means that we are heating something before, right? So that is what the words re means, which means again, pre means before, and miss means either incorrectly or it means wrongly, right? All right, so now let's go to our test. Yes, misread. It means that you read it wrongly. Well done. So misread means that you read something wrongly or you read something incorrectly. So well done. All right, so now let's go to our test, right? What does pre-cooked means? Remember, we said pre means before. So what does pre-cooked mean? Is it option one, to cook again, or is it option two, cooked before? So pre-cooked, pre-cooked. Remember, we said pre means before. I'm gonna say again, pre. The word pre, the prefix pre means before, right? So if we say pre-cooked, right? Pre-cooked, and then we are gonna go with what Adebayo says, option two, right? Because we cooked before. Re means again. So pre-cooked means that cooked before, which is option two, right? So well done for option two. What does reused mean? Re means again. Re means again. What does reused mean? No problem. Reused. What does it mean to reuse something? Does it mean it's being used again, option one, or it means used poorly, option two? Reused. All right, and reused means that we use it again, right? So it's option one. So well done. Yes. All right, it says to retry. What does retie mean? Retie something. Does it mean that I tie something before, which is option one, or option two, to tie again? Retie. Is it option one, tie before, or option two, tie again? retie. All right, and to retie means to tie something again. Well done. All right, now we're going on to we now determined prefixes. The word pre, which we said is means before. Pre means before. Re means again, and miss means either wrongly or incorrectly, right? So now we're going to use the prefix pre, re, and miss, right? We're going to use it. All right, let's look at these activities before we go to our test. It says we need to complete the prefix with the sentence with the best prefix. Remember, a prefix is what we put in front of a word, right? It says, after he has an idea, Tim often thinks it. If you want to think something again, do we rethink something? Do we pre-think something? Or do we misthink something? All right. And if we were to choose the correct prefix, then we would say, after he has an idea, Tim often rethinks it, meaning he's thinking that again. All right, we need to choose the base prefix. It says, are you really, are there really 12 crows? Or did you count them? If you don't count something correctly, if you don't count something correctly, do we recount something? Do we pre-count something? Or do we miscount something? So we either need to add the word re, pre, or miss. So, are there really 12 crows? Or did you miss? Yes. Or did you miscount them? Well done. Miscount is correct. So, well done. All right. The next one says we need to choose the best prefix. Please wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher. Do we have to pre-wash the dishes before we put it in the dishwasher? Do we have to re-wash the dishes before putting it in the dishwasher? Or do we have to mis-wash the dishes? We either need to choose re, pre, or miss in front of wash before put it in the dishwasher. Remember, re means again. Re means again. Do I have to first wash the dishes again before putting it in the dishwasher? Do I have to re-wash dishes before I put it in the dishwasher? All right, so if we were to choose the correct one, then we would say you need to first pre-wash the dishes, right? Remember, we wash our dishes before you put it in the dishwasher because the dishwasher is going to basically wash it for you, right? So please pre-wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher because the dishwasher will already wash it for you. But now we usually either just rinse it, right? And then we put it in the dishwasher. So you pre-wash something because remember, pre means before, right? All right, so now we're going on to our test where we're going to use the prefix pre, re, and miss. All right, we need to choose the correct or the best prefix. Are there 12? Are there really 12 crows? Or did you miscount them? Or did you recount them? Option one or option two? All right, so if we were to choose the correct option, then we would say to before you miscount them, or did you miscount them? So well done. Option one is correct. The police ask to re-park in a different spot or pre-park in a different spot. Will the police tell you to re-park in a different spot since you're already there, or pre-park in a different spot? All right, and if we were to choose the correct one, they ask you to re-park. Because remember, if you're parking already and the police comes afterwards, then they're telling you now to re-park somewhere else. Go and park again, right? So well done. Option one is correct. If my shoe comes untied, if my shoe comes untied, will you retie it? Option one, or will you pre-tie it? Option two. That's not if it comes untied, meaning you tied it already. Are you going to tie it again, which is retie, or tie it before, which is pre-tie? All right. So if we were to choose the correct one, then yes, we would say I would re-tie it. All right. So after he has an idea, Tim often misthinks it or Tim rethinks it. So which is the option? This is the last one. So after he has an idea, Tim often misthinks something, he thinks wrongly, or he rethinks something, he thinks it again. All right, so the last one we will say he rethinks it. Well done. All right, so that is the end of our lesson on prefixes, suffixes, and base words. We said a base word is a word that can stand on its own, and you can either add a prefix in front before a base word, or you can add a suffix after a base word, right? And then we had to determine and use prefixes pre, re, and miss. And we said that pre means before, re means again, miss means either incorrectly or it means wrongly. And once we either add pre, re, or miss to a specific word, to a base word, then it changes the meaning of the word. All right. So, guys, you must have a good day further or evening further. Thank you very much for joining the class. Till next time. Goodbye. Yes, we do have A plus classes during your summer break. So, we're still going to have classes during your summer break. Yes, we do have A plus on summer break. We will have classes during your summer break. All right. Have a good day, guys. Any other questions before I leave? Goodbye.